Hi everyone and welcome back. Welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to make, or how I make, overnight rice. What is overnight rice? Well, it's the rice that you should be using at home and they would use in, say, Chinese takeaways to make their egg fried rice, chicken fried rice and that sort of thing. So any fried rice dishes, they would use overnight rice. Now, after talking to a friend of mine saying I was going to be making a Chinese style takeaway chicken curry for the channel, it got him talking and he was saying how much he liked egg fried rice but he can never make it. And I tried explaining the process about how you should use overnight rice and he didn't have a clue what it was. So it gave me an idea. I'll just make this quick video to explain how it's made. Takeaways and do at home should use a long grain rice for your fried rice dishes. Takeaways you'll normally find use a high grade long grain rice, or some really sort of higher end Chinese takeaways, if they're really good, they'll use around about a 2-to-1 mixture of long grain rice and Thai fragrant rice. Now Thai fragrant rice is a long grain rice, but it's an aromatic long grain rice, so that's what that is. Now one very important step in the process that I can't stress enough. Once you've cooked your rice, okay, now it doesn't matter what rice you use or how you cook it, as long as it's a long grain rice, you can use this sort of stuff that you would put in a rice cooker. You can use boil in the bag rice. It really doesn't matter. As long as it's a long grain rice, you'll be fine. But once you've cooked the rice, you have, and this is very important, you have 90 minutes technically, alright, 90 minutes to get the rice to cool down, get it in some airtight containers once it's cooled down, and then into the fridge, and then you leave it overnight. If you don't do that within 90 minutes, it's not safe to eat, alright? It is not safe to eat. So get your rice cooked, get it cooled down, into a container and into the fridge. So let's do just that. Let's crack on with this video. Right, so just to show you that you don't need to have a rice cooker or anything like that, if you haven't got a rice cooker, just use what I'm using here. Boil in the bag rice. I buy mine from Asda, box of 4, £1 10p. So we're just going to let that cook now, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so once your rice is cooked, and again, it doesn't matter how you cook it, whether it's boiled in the bag or in the rice cooker, it really doesn't matter, on the stove, doesn't matter. You need to empty it out onto something now, so it can cool down. I'm using just a plastic tray with a bit of parchment paper, or non-stick paper, greaseproof paper, whatever you call it. I'm using a bit of that on a plastic tray. Don't use something like a baking tray or anything metal, for the reason is you put your hot rice on there, it's going to warm up the metal tray is going to get warm, it's going to take a lot longer for the rice to cool down. So I'm just using, I normally use this plastic tray just for stuff like this. Dump your rice on the tray and then just break it up, spread it out, so that it cools down a lot quicker. Yeah, so I don't use a metal tray because it's just going to warm the tray up. The tray's going to get hot, your food's going to stay warm, it just take longer to cool down. So something like a plastic tray, large wooden block, something like that. Something that doesn't like heat too much. And now, as I said, you've got 90 minutes to get this cooled down completely and then into some airtight containers and into the fridge. So that is it for this part of cooking. Just going to leave it there now to cool down. Once it's cooled down, I'll be back with you, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Give it a little mix up every 10 minutes or so. That'll help it cool down a bit quicker. But yeah, once it's cooled down completely, we can move on to the next stage. So once your rice is completely cooled and you're satisfied that it's completely cooled down, just make sure that there's no lumpy bits, there's no big clumps stuck together. And if you're happy, you can then transfer this to some airtight containers. Then you just stick them in the fridge and leave it overnight. That's why it's called overnight rice. And there you go, that's how I do my overnight rice. And don't forget guys, 90 minutes to get that cooled down in airtight containers in the fridge, or it's not safe to eat. Can't stress that enough. So guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's helped you out somehow. And yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to lovingly leave you. I'm out of here. Take care. And I'll see you on the next review.